Hey everyone, hey my dear brothers and sisters in Jesus Christ. In James 4 verse 10, it says, "Humble yourselves in the sight of the Lord, and he shall lift you up." Walking with God is a humble thing. It's not a puffed up thing. There is a lot of false teachers, false prophets, false apostles, etc. People come out and say, "I'm such a man or a woman of God. I'm going to give myself a title. I'm going to puff myself up. I'm going to ask you to tithe and give us money," etc. None of that has anything to do with true Christianity. I am not an expert in these things. I'm a sinner just like everyone else, but I try and humble myself in the sight of the Lord. I'm honest with him. There's no lying to God. You cannot lie to God. He knows if you're lying. Humbling yourself, right? Like being meek and humble. Loving your neighbor, loving your brother, loving your friends, loving your family. Having respect for God, having a fear of God, which is a good thing. It's not like, "I'm so afraid of you, God. I can't stand this. I'm going to roll up in a ball on the floor and be so afraid." No, it's respect. It is fear because he can cast you into hell. God knows when you're being honest and humble and respecting him. So I like this verse. There is a band called Camel. They have an album that says, "I can see your house from here. Here is the stupid big fake globe that doesn't exist ever. It doesn't exist at all. People that believe in it are brainwashed, not being rude, just telling you the truth. There's an astronaut, not, crucified on a cross out in space." This album cover sucks. It really does. We're living in the last days where knowledge has increased. The internet is a humongous thing. Google, YouTube, etc. Google and YouTube are huge. I use them all the time. I like them. They're not perfect. They have a lot of lies too, and there's obviously censorship. But we can still fellowship and learn and grow in knowledge and wisdom. Reading God's Word, researching. Yes, an astronaut crucified out in space, and a stupid fake globe. There is no space. The earth is flat, motionless, and dome with God's firmament. There's waters above and heavens above, no outer space. I know that's hard for a lot of people to believe, but you've been brainwashed since birth, just like I was. So it was traumatic for me to break out of that. It was mentally stressful. Like I was like, what the heck is going on here? The world has been lying to us on such a huge scale. I show the Freemasons all the time, right? They're lying Satanists. They get fame, fortune, and success for selling their soul for rock and roll. They're selling their soul to the devil. They're satanic people. Not every satanic person looks like Marilyn Manson. I've said that before, but you know what I mean? Like the average person can be a Satanist and they might just like dress normal and have a normal job and have a normal home and a normal family. And in some aspect, in another aspect, if they're sold out to the devil, they're really not in a good situation. People that follow Jesus Christ aren't necessarily successful. That's why a lot of these prosperity preachers, I don't believe they're Christian at all. Joel Osteen and like Kenneth Copeland, and those are just two classic examples. Those people are not Christians. And if they think they are, they're going to be in for a humongous surprise. And I feel very sad for them. They have millions or billions of dollars and private jets and whatever. And I'm not saying that stuff is all necessarily bad, but if that's your motive, wrong. Humble yourselves in the sight of the Lord, and he shall lift you up. God is not impressed with people that are puffed up and like, quote unquote, successful. He's not. Think about Jesus Christ's life on earth. born in a manger, born of a virgin, no crib for a bed, right out in the manger, and living came into town on a donkey, and was brutally whipped and beaten and tortured and crucified, and this is God doing that. I still can't get over that God did that. I'm just amazed by it. It's such a like I don't know, it's God saying, I love you guys this much. I know some people will laugh at that and go, listen to this guy, or something like that, because a lot of people are sold out. They have no idea what's going on. They're puffed up and they think they know what's up, but they don't. Again, not saying that I do, but I have a good chunk of it figured out. Putting my faith in Jesus Christ, that's the big chunk I'm talking about, right? That is legit. 100% legit. That is saving my soul. Putting my faith in Jesus, God's grace, my faith, you listening, if you have faith in God and you got God's grace, well, you're going to live forever with God in a paradise, a new heaven, new earth with a new glorified body. It won't get sick or die. We will have no more tears. God will wipe away the tears from our eyes. The benefits and the promises of Jesus Christ, I can't put it into words how much it actually means to me personally and what it means to the world and every other believer. True Christians know that God's promises will outdo anything this world has to offer. Let's say you're Donald Trump and you have $1 billion and a family and all these, real estate things and etc. And you're the president of the United States for some reason. And I know there's people that think he's a Christian and doing God's work and God can work all these things for good. I don't believe Donald Trump is a Christian. I believe he's probably a Freemason and just another puppet along the way. He might say, I love the Bible. Bible, number one book. I love the Bible. He might say that, but does he really think that? I don't think he does. I really don't. So that's just an example. So again, this album cover, how blasphemous and dumb. Camel, I can see your house from here. An astronaut, which doesn't exist, they just put on a suit and they fake things, crucified on a cross out in outer space, right? I always do that because it's just a joke. Big fake globe, fake space, astronaut crucified, mocking Jesus Christ. What a great album cover. Brothers and sisters and everyone else, God bless you.